It's difficult, you know? It's difficult to maintain that fire, to always want to be optimistic. It's difficult to maintain that posture that everything is going to be okay. Anybody who tells you that it's not difficult is lying to you. You know, you wonder certain things, you know what I mean? Like you begin to second guess yourself and doubt yourself. You're like, should this be the thing that I'm doing? Why am I doing this? Why aren't people rallying around me the way that I feel like they should? You ask yourself a lot of why questions. I ask myself a lot of why questions. Anybody who says that they don't ask themselves a lot of why questions is lying to you. And that's what most people won't tell you. You know what I'm saying? They won't tell you of their difficult times. They won't tell you that they've thought about quitting. They won't tell you that there's been time and time again where they've cried. They've cried. They've sat and literally shed tears of self-doubt and disappointment, because to be honest with you, when you decide to strike out on your own and make your own lane, you take on a lot of risks. You take on the risk of not earning a dime for a while. You take on the risk of assuming other people are doubting you. You know, you begin to look at people around you and think that they're laughing at you, or they no longer believe in you, or they didn't believe in you in the first place. Sometimes you forget why you started in the first place. Sometimes, you know, you may even ask God why. You know what I mean? Like if you believe in God. But most times, even people who don't believe in God, whenever something goes wrong, the first thing they ask is God why. So there's that. I am a believer. I do ask God why. I wonder why. Like, what am I not ready for? As far as you not handing me the keys to this success thing that I'm looking for. What are you wanting me to learn? I ask myself those questions. You've probably asked yourself those questions. We don't have the answers to those things. And I know sometimes it seems unfair. Like, you ask yourself, you're like, oh, why is this person good enough to attain this thing? Their message is frivolous and shallow, and they're not speaking directly to the heart. They're doing this, and that. And you have a tendency to almost start to hate who you are. And that's facts. You start to wonder why. Why am I so different? Because every time I put up a message, I ask myself, like, how come 3 weeks later, somebody will put up the same message and won't have nearly the heart in the message that I do, but somehow they yield the fruit of that message? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that question. We want those answers. But sometimes, man, like, you gotta take those valleys. You really gotta take them. You gotta take them on the chin. Like, it's easy. It's easy to get down on yourself. You start to wonder, like, where's my family support? Where are all the people who say, oh, anything you need, I'll be there for you? But they don't share your stuff, like your stuff, promote your stuff. They don't even tell people that you're doing it. They don't look for connects for you. They don't do anything for you, but they'll say, if there's anything you need. Here's the thing. People like to say it because they're checking the boxes. Check, I said that today. Because it's a thing people like to say. Hey, if you find out, give me a call. People like to say stuff like that. At the end of the day, when you strike out on your own and you seek to make your own path, you have to understand a lot of that is done alone. A lot of it. And you can't let the lack of support you get from people make you think that your cause isn't worthy. I want you to know, as I'm sitting here talking to y'all, behind this camera there's a mirror. You can't see it. But I'm talking to myself. These are the conversations I have with myself. Nobody's going to tell you that. Nobody's going to tell you about the conversations they have with themselves, where they have to talk themselves into falling in love with the thing that they were so passionate about just 2 days ago. They have to talk to themselves and work themselves back into the game. It's like that athlete that has a 50-point game one night and the next night he can't buy a shot. I've been there too. There have been games where I'm like, oh, my J is wet. I'm killing it right now. Side note, my jump shot was trash. So if I was hitting jump shots in a row, it was a good day. And then the next day, clang, clang, everything you tried is a brick. But that's the game. That's the game. That's life as the game. I want to encourage you. Stick with it. Not because it's your only option, but because it was the option you chose to light that fire inside of you and say, I'm gonna do this. Wayne Stephen, Next Level Lifestyle. Yes, sir.